You know, when I first got on social media, I started off on TikTok telling my prison stories, and then I got on YouTube telling prison stories. Now, let me know in the comment section, let me know how long y'all been rocking with me. Have y'all been rocking with me for a day, a month, a year, 2 years, or 3 years? Let me know how long roughly have y'all been rocking with me. I want to see something. But anyway, I figured that we'll get back to the prison stories because that's how I started, and that's how I want to kind of get back to that essence, because I noticed there's a lot of juveniles out here committing a lot of crimes, and they don't realize what is exactly waiting on them when they get to the penitentiary. So with saying that, let's get to this. Now, when I'm going to say it was maybe October. Matter of fact, it was around this time that it is now. It's what, September going in October. So it had to be about October, maybe 10th or 15th. Because I remember they was letting us watch all the Jasons, the Michael Myers. They had a channel in prison called AMC, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it was called AMC. And all them scary movies was coming on at that time. So, this one guy, we gonna call this dude named D. Now, D, I knew this dude from Detroit. And he was one of them athletic dudes that played basketball all day. And when I say all day, I mean all day. As soon as we was able to hit the yard, he was on that court. As soon as we had to come in from the yard and go do roll call or do dinner or lunch or whatever, and then go back to the yard, he was right back on that yard. Now, I'm gonna let y'all know something about D. D had nobody looking out for him outside in the real world. Nobody was putting no money on his books. He was one of them dudes that, you know, he done burnt all his bridges with all family and friends out there in the real world, right? How I know this? Because he never went to store. He never ever went to store. And he was always the type of dude that'll be always asking for items like, yo, hey, you got an extra soup you can hold me down with? Or, yo, you think that I can use a bar of soap? Or, you know what I'm saying? Even though the penitentiary do provide certain items, but you don't want to be using that soap. You don't want to use that shampoo, especially not that toothpaste. That toothpaste is not real toothpaste. I don't know what that stuff is. But anyway, so he was a begging type guy. Now, also, he was an aggressive guy also. Keep that in mind. And when I say aggressive, it's like he used his height to intimidate people. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know him, now he wasn't no pushover or nothing like that, but he wasn't really violent, but he was aggressive at the same time, if that makes sense. So anyway, I end up getting this white dude, this young white dude, maybe about, I'm calling him young, but I was young at that time too, to come think about it. But anyway, this young white dude, he ended up getting put in my cell, and he was the type of white dude that you can tell that he had black friends, but at the same time, you could tell he still had his whiteness about him. So what happened was when he got put in my cell, you know, I'm asking where he from and everything like that, and he telling me he from Detroit too. So I'm like, where? He like, yeah. He said, is there any more Detroit people on this block? I said, yeah, it's a dude named D. And when I said D, he kind of looked at like D. I said, yeah. He was like, he played ball. I was like, yeah. He said, yeah, that's my guy. I know him. But the way that he said it was kind of like, I don't know, like it was kind of weird. But anyway, so D ended up coming down to the cell, and he like, what's up, Dante? I'm like, what's up? He was like, hey, you think you got a pair of socks that I can hold down for a week? Now, D, I will look out for him, like I said, because he ain't had nobody. And my store stayed like my store stayed packed, right? And I had plenty of items. I had plenty of socks, plenty of drawers, plenty of anything that anybody would need and want in the penitentiary. So I tell him like, yeah, you can take these tube socks or whatever. So then he see the white boy. He like, hey, don't I know you? He like, yeah, I know you back from Detroit. He like, oh, what's up, my dude? What's up? So they dap each other up and they get to talking about, you know, some Detroit business or whatever. So he like, all right, bro, all right, bet, right? So now I give D the socks and he walk off. Now here's where it's about to get dangerous. So the white boy pull out these shoes, right? And these shoes is nice. They some Air Force Ones. Now at this time, you could wear regular shoes that you came in with. And I guess he came from the county jail. So when you get to prison, they usually check these items in. This is why I think it was a setup to let him walk around with these shoes or whatever. They didn't put it in his put away property. So you get property where, you know, if you come in there with a ring or a chain or something like that, or certain items or valuables, they will put that up in your property. But for some reason, they let him bring these Air Force Ones. And these Air Force Ones, they look like the Air Force Ones that I got in the thumbnail right now. But anyway, so they end up letting him get these shoes. So when he pulled them out, I'm like, hey, what size is those? He like, oh, these are size 9. I was like, man, let me get them. He like, no, bro, these are the only shoes I got, bro. These are the only shoes I got, man. This is the only thing I got left to my name. I said, word. I'm like, listen, man. Hey, man, I would give you 20 suits. I would give you 5 Fagos, man, whatever you want. Let me get them shoes. He like, no, I'm straight. I mean, this is the only thing I got to my name. I said, all right, man, well, if you ever get hungry, you know, hey, I got a whole stove for you. Now, the reason why I said that, knowing that them was going to be contraband, I knew that I can flip them shoes all type of ways. Like with them type of shoes in a size 9 and the average shoe size in there is 9 to 10 to 11, I would have got them shoes off for a real good penny, right? So anyway, oh, before we go on, y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button because YouTube has slowed down my numbers and I done went to TikTok now, okay? But y'all, I mean, I'm gonna leave my TikTok in the comment section, but hit the like button so we can get back in the algorithm. But anyway, so he like, no, I'm gonna keep these. I bet. So as we talking, D comes back. And D, he zeroes in right on the shoes. Like he like an eagle spotting his prey from a mile away in the sky. He zero ends on the shoes. So he like, hey Dante, when you get them? And the white boy was like, no, them ain't Dante, they're mine. And he was like, oh, for real? He like, hey, let me see these right quick. So he picks them up. So I instantly look down at D foot. D wear every bit of a 12, 13, 14 shoe. He can't put his feet in these 9.5. No way. So he picks them up. He like, oh man, I'll freak dudes out on the court with these. Hey, let me wear these. So the white boy like, how long you gonna be wearing them? He like, man, I'm just gonna wear them just one time on the court right quick. So he like, all right, okay, cool, all right, bet. So D like, all right, I'm bringing it back. I promise I'm gonna bring it right back. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, like, hold up. I just offered this dude all these ramen noodles and all these Fagos, but D just come in here and he just say, yo, let me get these to go play in them, play basketball in them at that. Knowing that D couldn't even put his feet in there, right? So I'm like, hold up. I said, yo, why you just let D get the shoes like that? He like, oh, no, you know, me and D from the same city. And you know, we cool like that, you know, and you know, we from the same city, so you know, it's cool. Like that's my homeboy. So, but the way that he was saying it, I was like, nah, something ain't. Nah, D ain't his homeboy. So I was like, all right, give me a minute. He like, where you going? I'm like, I'm about to go see something right quick. He like, what, you about to go say something? I said, no, I ain't about to say something. I'll be right back. So I leave out and I go hit the yard. I see D sitting on the bench right there by the court. Damn near, listen, I don't know how he did it. I don't know why would you do this, but he stuffed his whole foot up in that 9.5-inch shoe. Listen, I don't know what's his feet barred up, but I know the shoes was fat and bulging. So I'm like, this dude is really playing basketball, and he's really playing like his feet about to bust out and bust the shoes out. So I'm looking and I go back to the cell, right? And I'm like, hey, you know D can't fit them shoes, right? He said, oh, you what you mean he can't fit? I said, man, D wears size 13, 14, man. He gon' bust them shoes out. He like, no, man, it's cool. D cool, man. He cool. He'll look out for me. I said, I don't know if you know or not, but D ain't got no money, man. What you mean he gonna look out for you? He like, no, man, D cool. He like that's my guy from the hood. So I'm like, all right. Now the next day goes by, right? And D come walking down. He come walking down the tier, and I'm talking to the white boy, just letting him know what's what, who's who to talk to, who not to talk to. And I'm just letting them know the day-to-day movement. So here come D walking down the tier, and he walked right up to me like, hey, what's up, D-Tay? What's up, D-Tay? I'm like, what's up? And he was like, shoot, nothing. I'm about to just get out here on this court. You know what I do. And he just walked off. So the white boy looking crazy. I'm like, you gonna get your shoes back? He like, oh, yeah. I'm gonna get my shoes. So he was like, hey, D. And I know D heard him, but he just kept walking. Now I was like, maybe you need to go over. He like, no, he probably didn't hear me. It's, you know, it's loud in here. I said, oh, okay. So I said, we out to the yard. So we hit the yard. We walked in the track. A couple of my homies run up on us, and, you know, we just walking the track. So I'm real curious at this point. Now I'm like, you know, I'm like, yo, what, like, how do you know D? Like, was y'all in a gang together, or did y'all go to school, or like what? How you know D? He like, oh, no, we stayed in the same neighborhood, and he stayed like on the next block, but diagonally from my house. Like, I got a corner house, and he stayed on the second house off the corner, and you know that's how we know each other. I said, oh, okay. So then I got to think. I said, ain't D from a blood neighborhood in Detroit? He was like, yeah. I said, so you a blood? He was like, no, I ain't no blood. I was like, so how long did y'all stay? Because I know D stayed in that neighborhood for like a long time, like years, like 20 years, like almost. He was like, yeah, we grew up there. I grew up with D. I said, you ever joined the Bloods? He was like, nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of like, you know, a stay at home type dude or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, so that's how you know D. He was like the across the street neighbor. He was like, he was across the street neighbor. I said, okay, bet. Now, this is where it's about to get hectic. So when you walk in the track, okay, so when you first hit the yard, there's a fence right here, and it opens up into the yard, and all the way across, like straight all the way towards the back, is the basketball court. But then you got like this dirt road that wraps around the whole thing like a track, and that's what we call walking the track. So when we get over there, I'm stopping because I want to see the basketball game, and I'm really trying to figure out how is D moving around in these shoes like this. So when we get around there, I'm like, hey, yo, let's watch the game. So we watching, and, you know, dudes noticing like, man, them shoes is fire. them shoes is fire, right? Because I mean, he got these red and white, Air Force Ones, and they looking good, but D dogging them out. So, I'm like, hey man, you really need to get them shoes back, man, because D he gonna damage you. You see, he can't even fit them boys, right? So he like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to him later. But hey Dante, can we go back to the cell? Cause I gotta talk to you about something. I'm like, well, what is it? He like, I don't want to, I said, all right, let's go. So we get back to the cell. He like, hey, man, I gotta be real with you about something. I'm like, what's up? He said, yo, me and D, we ain't really cool. We ain't cool, bro. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. I said, ain't y'all from the same hood? He like, yeah, but man, listen, man, D was bullying me, man, like in our neighborhood. Like him and his friends and his homeboys, man, they was bullying me because I was the only white kid in the whole neighborhood. They used to break into my house. They used to spray paint the side of my house, spray paint the garage. They used to throw like rocks through our windows. Like they terrorized us, bro. I said, for real? He said, yeah. I said, so why didn't you let him get the shoes? He was like, I mean, I didn't know what to do. He caught me off guard, and I didn't want to tell him no because, D used to beat me up. He used to beat me up all the way until I turned 16 when he went to juvenile, and now I ain't seen him in years, and that was him. I didn't know what to say, bro. I froze up. I said, so you don't feel and then right when I was saying you don't feel comfortable, here come D. He walks right into the cell. So he like, hey, DT, hey, you think you can hold me down with a couple of suits till tomorrow? Because my people, I finally get some money. I said, D, I can't give you no suits, bro. But he like, come on, man, bro. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, bro. So I'm like, D, nah, man, you. He like, well, hey, blah blah blah. Hey, hey, let me get one of these soups. So he just reached into dude cooler right there and grabbed 2 soups, and I'm like, hey, D, he ain't say you can get that. He like, hey, can I get it? Can I get it? He said it just like that. Can I get it? Can I get the soup? And I'm looking at the white boy. He like, yeah, man, go ahead. You got it. I said, hey, dude, hey, D, let me get at them shoes. He like, what shoes? I said, them shoes right there. He like, no, man, no, if he wants the shoes, he can just say he wants the shoes. Shoe, I give him the shoes. You ain't got to talk for him. So he like, you want the shoes back? He like, yeah, I do need them. So he took the shoes off and like flung them to him and walked out. Now I'm looking at these shoes and I'm like, yo, hey, you ain't gonna be able to get these shoes off. He like, you don't want to buy them? I said, I'm not, heck no, D done dogged these shoes out. I'm not, no. And I said, listen, hey, look, if you got a problem with D, right, I can stop him from coming to the cell. I let him know, like, yo, you can't come to the cell no more because, and I really can't even say that because it's like, me and D was okay. We weren't friends or nothing. Like I said, I look out for him every once in a while. But, at the same time, it looked crazy of me. And I'm not a racist. Y'all know Dante ain't no racist at all. But where we was at, it's like, yo, so Dante, you standing up for this white boy? I mean, I know this your celly, but you know what I mean? But at the same time, this prison, and if you cannot, I can't have my bunkie living uncomfortable up in here. You know what I mean? Because this is our house. And the way I look at it, he's a guest in my house. So I can only let you go so far. So, but at the same time, if I tell D like, yo, my celly don't feel comfortable with you coming in here. So, if you want to holler at me, you're going to have to holler at me outside the cell. Or, you know what I'm saying? So now it put me in a predicament where D might wait till I'm out of the cell and run up in the cell on a white boy And now I got to do something to D now because he done disregarded what I said and disrespected my home, which is my cell. So I'm in a bad predicament right here. So I tell him like, hey, listen, man, you gonna have to handle that because D gonna keep, he ain't giving you no noodles back. But at the same time, either you gonna have to, get at D or you gonna have to get out the cell. He like, what you mean I gotta get? I said, because you're gonna bring a lot of issues to the cell. And you at the end of the day, we men, and you gotta handle yours, man. I'm like, are you afraid of D or something? He like, no, it ain't that I'm afraid of him. It's just, like I said, he used to bully me. I'm like, well, you know what? Hold tight. He like, what? So, y'all know me. I always kept a couple of them things. So, I go to my cabinet, go in my cooler, and I pull out this peanut butter. Now, for those that's new to my channel, whatever, y'all, I keep my sword of justice in the peanut butter. So I pulled out a little banger and I wiped it off. He said, what's that? And I dropped the knife on his lap. I said, listen, if you can't beat D hand to hand, fist to fist, you gonna have to handle your business. He like, man, no, I ain't got that much time, bro. I ain't got that much time. I only got 3 years. I don't want to end up getting a life sentence in here. I said, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I said, you know what? No. So you ain't gonna, you don't want to poke him up. He like, no, bro, I can't do that. No, I don't want to take his life. I said, all right, here you go. So I went to my locker, grabbed the sock, and I put a bar of soap in it. I said, go out there, and when the guards do their last count, when we about to lock down and come back out, it was a Saturday, and this female guard used to show us some love, which I'm going to be telling y'all about me and this female guard altercation at the next story that's going to drop Sunday. But anyway, I put this bar of soap, Irish Spring, in this long tube sock, tied up. I said, listen, when we get done with count and we come out for this hour, D be right down there, doing pull-ups on the stairs. There ain't no camera right there. So you can do this 2 ways. Either while he up there doing his pull-ups, his blood gonna be rushing, his blood gonna be pumping and everything, right? Either while he doing that, you just walk up to the side of him and get him a couple of pokes, and it is what it is. Or while he over there doing his pull-ups and he distracted, just go over there and go bop, bop, bust him upside his head. So he like, I said, what? He like, I don't want to do neither one of them. I said, well, dog, listen, you gonna have to do something. You gonna have to let the guards know that you fear for your life, and you got to get up out of here, because you gonna have to do something, because you're not gonna put me in a predicament where I gotta put myself in a position to do something to D on the behalf of you, because you won't handle your business. You need to settle that. So he like, man, you think you can talk to him? I said, I can talk to him, but that leaves me open. That leaves me wide open to this dude, disregarding what I say and doing something to you or running up on you while I'm in the cell or outside of the cell. And then by default, I have to do something. And I said, I'm not trying to get in no predicament, dog. So you gonna have to get out the cell. So he like, so what I supposed to say? What I supposed to do? I said, listen, go to the guard and say you don't feel safe in this pod no more, and they have to move you, because not too long ago they done passed the law about when inmates complain about feeling unsafe up in here, that they got to move them or they gonna get hit with a big lawsuit. So he said, and I said, but do not say that I threatened you or anything, because they gonna ask you, is it your cellmate? So just tell them no. Just say it's somebody else out there in the pod that you just don't feel safe around, and you just got to get moved. exact words that I told him, y'all. Why he go down there, right? He go down there and he tells them that D was threatening him and he feared for his life. What I'm about to tell y'all next is not going to make no sense, because in the real world, which is we are in right now, this will not make no type of zero sense. But in the penitentiary is the terror dome. The penitentiary is a place where nothing makes sense, okay? You would think that you will go down there and tell the guards. Now, number one, I told him not to mention no names, especially my name. He goes down there and take it a step further and directly tell the guards that D is threatening him. D never threatened him. Yes, he probably used intimidation tactics that I wasn't aware of at first, that I didn't know their prior history until he told me. So he told the guards that D was threatening him and he feared for his life. These guards are so dirty. When in prison, and not all prisons, but this prison that I was in, the white guys was the N-words, if you get what I'm saying. Y'all been to county jails and stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, where the white guy is at the bottom of the totem pole. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the female guard that he told this to, she left out of the control booth and said, D, come here right now. D comes over there. She said, are you threatening him? He like, what? Are you threatening him? He like, no, man, I ain't. What you mean threatening? Did I threaten you? Dude was like, no, man, but you took my shoes. He's like, man, I ain't take your shoes, man. You let me have your shoes. So the lady was like, so did where your shoes at? He like, well, he gave them back. He said, man, hey, man, you can ask Dante, man. Ask his bunkie, man. He let me get them shoes. I ain't steal no shoes from him. And if I stole them from him, why would I give it back to him, man? So she's like, so was you threatening? He like, no, I didn't. I just asked him. He could have told me no. He could have told me no. So she like, well, listen, I don't, do you got the shoes? He like, yeah, I got them. So did he threaten you? He like, no, I mean, what exactly he did say, let me get these shoes. And she like, so why you just didn't tell him no if you didn't want him to get the shoes? He was like, man, I don't know, man. So he just walked off. So D was like, is we good? We good here? She said, yeah, we good. So here come D coming up the stairs. I don't know where the white boy went, but he come up to the stairs and I'm over here talking to one of my other homeboys. And he like, hey, D, can I holler at you right quick? Can I holler at you, bro? I'm like, what's up? He like, hey, listen, yo, Celly dog. Hey, I'm gonna do something to him, dog. You need to talk to him. I said, what'd he do? He like, man, I don't know what dude on, but he gonna go down there and tell the guard that I was intimidating him and I stole his shoes and he feared for his life and all this and that, bro. So, hey, I'm just letting you know, dog. Hey, you need to talk to your guy. I said, hey, listen, look, whatever y'all got going on, that's between y'all. Like, whatever y'all got going on, y'all gonna have to handle that. He like, man, Dante, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, dog. I'm like, listen, but let me tell you something, D. I'm gonna let you know right now. Whatever you and him got going on, don't bring it to my cell. He like, no, bro. I won't never disrespect your cell. I said, no. Listen, D. Do not bring no drama to my cell. Whatever you and him got going on out here is for out here. Do not come to my cell when I'm not in my cell trying to holler at him or whatever. He like, man, I already know the code, bro. I know the code, bro. I'm just saying, man, talk to him, bro. Talk to him. They're so silly. I said, I'm gonna holler at him. As I'm talking to D, here come him coming up the stairs. Here come the white boy coming up the stairs. And he walking with his head down. So D like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. I said, yo, D, man, yo, chill, man. He like, no, man, I don't appreciate the dude lying on me, bro. I should hit him. I said, yo, D, chill, man. So the white boy just walking to the cell. So I'm like, yo, D, listen, let me walk with me right quick. So we walk off, and I'm like, hey, listen. He already told me, you used to bully him, back in the day or whatever, and y'all stayed across the street from each other, and just the white boy scared of you. Cut him some slack. He like, man, that was so long ago, bro. That was so long ago, man. We was kids when that happened, man. We was kids, bro. Man, he a whole punk, man. He a punk. I said, man, I said, listen, man, just cut the little dude a break. He like, no, you ain't getting what I'm saying. You ain't understanding what I'm saying. He's a punk. I'm like, hey, listen, man. I know you probably punk. He said, no, Dante, listen. He's a whole punk, like he's a gay dude. I said, huh? He like, yeah, bro. What did he tell you why he was in here for? And I said, I don't know. He never told me. He said, man, how much time he said he got? I think he got like 3 to 5 or something. He said, man, this dude got 20 years, man. He was touching kids out there, bro. I said, what? He like, yeah, he was, man, dude was touching. That's why I'm like, yo, why? I thought you knew. I said, no, I didn't know that. He like, yeah, bro, that's why I was like, like D tripping, that's why, some guys was, you ain't seen on the track when dudes was looking at you crazy. I said, man, I don't be paying it. Everybody got a mean mug. Everybody be looking at everybody. He like, yeah, man, they thought that, you was with them. Like, you claimed them or something. I said, man, hold up. So I go back to the cell. I said, hey, what you in here for? He like, I don't really want to talk. I said, no, I don't want to hear. I don't really want to talk about that. What is you in here for? He like, man, it's a long story. And when he said there's a long story, D just popped in. Hey, man, tell him, man, no, F all that, man. You were touching them kids. And you a whole homosexual. We heard about how you was getting punked in your butt and all this and that. So, dude turned red, and he just, listen, when I say, now I wasn't going to touch him. I was blown away how D just popped up on me like that and just started barking on the white boy. I wasn't going to go hands on. Right there, at least. You know what I mean? Because it was still, soaking in, like seeking in, like, yo, this dude's a whole chomo in my cell. Right? And y'all, this is the 3rd day. So as he barking on him, the white boy just zoomed past out of the cell. I'm talking about bullet right up out of the cell. Right? Help me. They trying to, I can't say the, the K-I-L-L word, but they trying to unalive me. Help me. They trying to kill me. Oops, I done said it. They trying to unalive me. Help. Lock it down. D looked at me and was like, see, I told you. Right? Everybody go to their cell. He down there pointing, hollering, hooping. They trying to kill me. They trying to do this. They trying to do that. Captain come up there, 4 guards. Yo, Dante, what's up? What's going on? I said, listen, I just found out that homeboy is a full chomo, and I don't know what's going on. They're like, so what did D do to him? I said, I don't know what he ain't do nothing to him. He was just telling me in front of him, what he was in here for. And dude started bugging out. I don't know if he thought we was gonna do something to him or what. So they like, so step out the cell. I'm like, for what? They're like, step out the cell. So I step out the cell, and then they rush me. Because at this time, y'all, they talking to me while I'm sitting on my bed, while they outside the cell. So they done rushed me and put me in handcuffs and put me on the floor. So I'm like, what's up? Why they go to my locker, y'all? They go to my locker. They go right, I smell it. I smell it first. And I already knew what it was. Why this dude tell them, he tells them that I had a knife that I was going to stick him with in the peanut butter. So after this, they come, they like, yo, so what's this? I'm like, I don't know. What is that? Go straight to the hole. They did an investigation. I said he put it in there. I ain't never seen that a day in my life, right? Since they couldn't prove who knife it actually was, they put it on both of us. I ended up getting 6 months in the hole for this knife. Dude ended up getting 3 months in the hole, and then they ended up transferring him for whatever reason. They said that he was back there eating poop and, you know, really wilding out or whatever. That was just, to me, a tactic for him to get transferred to be where he really wanted to be at. There's a valuable lesson in this whole story right here. It's a couple of them, and I'm about to break them down to y'all. One of the valuable lessons in this story is that you got to stand up for yourself. Outside of the white boy being a chomo and violating kids, if let's say he came in there on some legitimate charges like robbery or assault or something like that, or drugs or guns. If number one, you never let a man just take whatever he wants from you. You know what I mean? You don't cower, because honestly, you got to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself, because if you don't stand up for yourself, who's supposed to stand up for you? Not me, because what that look like me crashing out over you, and then I go to the hole or get damaged with something, and then you still out here and you still getting extorted and beat up and violated. You know what I mean? So always take up for yourself. Don't let nobody get nothing from you for free. All right. Another thing is, well, due to the sake of time, I gotta really wrap this up right now. But another thing is, just stop committing crimes, man. Stop committing crimes, because prison is just, it's just a place that you just don't want to be, man. It's really not. Listen, y'all, they shut down the Cash App again. Cash App shut it down, talking about too much illegal activity is coming through. You know, when y'all be blessing the Cash App or whatever, I guess they said there's too many donations coming through, so they shut it down. Contact me if you want to continue to donate to the Donta Show Network. And I'll give you a different payment method to, you know, to donate or whatever. I want to give a special shout out to Eva. And I want to give a special shout out to Lorraine. Shout out to both of y'all. With that, y'all, like I said, we getting back to the roots. We getting back to the prison stories. If you want to tell stories on the Donta Show Network, get in contact with me, man. My number is 810-627-0895. Get in contact with me. The only thing I ask is no cussing, and try to make the minimum of the minutes got to be 10 minutes or better. All right. So get in contact with me. And with that, y'all be safe out there. I got a TikTok that I'm going to have pinned in the comment section, y'all. they going at your boy Nick up in there. So I'm gonna need for y'all to go to my TikTok channel and hold me down in the comment section for real. For my people that follow me, like Lorraine, shout out to you. I see you already over there. That over there is satire. It's very entertainment and it's very funny over there, okay? Don't take nothing I say on that channel serious, all right? So with that, y'all, I'm out. If you need your business, products, or your social media channels promoted, make sure you shoot me a text at this number. My channel get over 5 million views per month, so that's a lot of eyes on your promotion. If you forgot to hit that like button, make sure you smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Be sure to get your Military Mind Games merch. The link will be pinned in the comment section. And last but not least, make sure y'all help me fight this war on poverty.